Re'ei anochi nosein lefneichem hayoim bracha uklala. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu through Moshe Rabbeinu says, see today that I'm giving in front of you, I'm placing in front of you the chance for bracha and klala. An obvious kasha as Mefarshim ask is why over here? Why specifically at this juncture in Klal Yisrael's history did they have this ability that on one end to understand that here's bracha and here's klala? What happened to the past 40 years throughout the Midbar when HaKadosh Baruch Hu easily could have given Klal Yisrael the same opportunity or the same realization of what's in store for them if they do positive bracha, negative, which brings klala? Ma'izeder Reb Nissen Alpert says a beautiful idea. And he says, realize there comes a certain point of a child in a mother's arms where there's a baby and he feels totally dependent. And he feels everything that this child, anything might need, the mother's taken care of. He doesn't have to think twice. He whimpers, the mother's there. Then there comes a certain point where he's weaned off of that stage. The child gets a little bit older and he realizes that there's accountability. Sometimes you're just not going to fetch a little bit too much and you're going to get what you want. I'm here always for you, but not necessarily going to get what you want. And if you do something wrong, you err, you deviate from what's expected of you, then perhaps you're going to get a punishment. Klal Yisrael at this point, after 40 years, they were like a baby in a mother's arms. Moshe Rabbeinu led them. Moshe Rabbeinu took their complaints. Moshe Rabbeinu, they were totally dependent upon him. He led them like a loving father and mother. And therefore Klal Yisrael was totally dependent. Like a child who knows nothing besides their parents. They cry, their leader, their parents are there to take care of them. And now came a point where Moshe Rabbeinu was leaving. And they're not going to have that total dependency. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says now, Re'ei anochi nosein lefneichem hayoim, today, at this stage, at this juncture, where you're not going to have that full-fledged, everyone doing everything for you. Now is the time for opportunity for bracha klala. Now is the time when you can become greater people. You're growing up. You're being weaned off of that stage. Now you become a makar habracha. You become a source of blessing. Because when you realize that you have to become more independent, and you realize that you have to start taking responsibility for yourselves, you become the makar habracha. You become a source of blessing unto yourself, or chas v'shalom, God forbid, the opposite, to the detriment of even a source of curse, of klala. But it's all this, understand the siyata d'shmaya that Hashem gives. Yes, you have to rise to more challenges. Yes, you're going to have to do it and fend for yourself in a certain level. But with that comes the ability, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you that ability to bless, to be the makar habracha. That's why only specifically today is when Hashem gives them this opportunity, this choice, this understanding, this realization of bracha and klala. The pasuk starts off for A. We can ask ourselves, me, I'm going to be the makar habracha. I'm going to take responsibility. I hope to just get by the day without ruining anyone's lives. I hope to get through the day just surviving, paying my bills, doing what I have to be doing, davening, learning a little bit, being a good Jew. I'm supposed to take responsibility. I'm supposed to take achrayus. I should look bigger, more out there. Who am I? What can I do? That's why it says, Re'ei, b'lashon yachid, it starts off with in singular, each individual, and it ends off lefneichem, in front of all you as a klal. To teach us that you, yes, you, every individual, every single person, no matter how insignificant you might think you are, Re'eh, you, I am giving lifneichem hayoim bracha klala. You could be the makar habracha lifneichem for all, for the klal. You could take responsibility for everybody. And if in some way you take that opportunity, and you say, I'm going to be mashpi, I'm going to influence others to the positive, no matter what realm you decide to be in, no matter what you plan on doing with your life, but you're influencing others because you realize it's your opportunity, and you're taking the responsibility. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says today, at that time, you can become the makar habracha. You become a source of blessing. And isn't that something which we're all looking forward to do? Let's make this Shabbos, this Parshas Re'eh, as a mandate for ourselves, that as low as we are, or as insignificant as we feel we are, or as much in the dumps, or as in the darkness as we may seem, to realize that if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us that achrayas, and it's difficult and it's challenging, it means we're here to fend for ourselves to a certain extent. We're here to take responsibility for ourselves and for those around us, and for Klal Yisrael at large. When we come to that realization and we take a step forward, Hayoim, that day, this Shabbos, will be an opportunity for bracha. Let's hope that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us that realization as we come towards Him. He'll shower us that bracha on this Shabbos and for eternity. Have a wonderful Shabbos.